We in here. We in here real quick. Let y'all get in here. I'm gonna throw on some music. Make sure this is going. Oh, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. We just come on in. We're gonna get some music going. We're gonna check the volume before we do anything. Unless y'all want to tell me the volume is good. We already got the chat or some. My man Keishel was in the chat already. We're gonna go on here and we're gonna check over. We just checking on what's going on real quick on the volume. What's going on real quick on the volume? Okay, so we got action. We got action. We got action. Hit the cash app. We gotta get that music moving. Let them get up in the chat. It's only been 2 minutes. Y'all gotta be patient. I don't be wanting to be patient. That's what be killing me. That's what be bringing me to life. Y'all don't be wanting to be patient. Ladies and gentlemen. Why would it do that? Why?
Bluetooth connected.
Why? Explain it. Explain Heems. You feel me? You gotta explain Heems. We're gonna get it going in a minute. We going over some technical things that you need to understand with defense. For right now, we just gonna get the music going. Let you come up in here, pause. Get y'all up in here real quick. Man, let's get this work in. We just getting warmed up. Don't even trip. About to break down this work real quick. I just went in a little early, like 15 minutes. You feel me? Hey, listen. I need to see a little bit more. I'm gonna watch it on the zone because I know it's on there. I know it's on there. I'm gonna watch it on the zone. Oh, Avanesian was hitting his ass with them uppies. I ain't see that. I just watched the highlights. I was watching Tevin Farmer and Murataya. Murataya. I was watching Heems. I was watching Heems. You feel me? I was really watching him. I didn't know he he was doing all of that. When was he getting hit with them uppies? When was he getting hit with them uppies though?
Ladies and gentlemen, it's that special time of the day.
When was he getting hit with the uppies?
You now locked and loaded with your
I know what I was gonna get. I
I
was right here. When was he getting hit with them uppies though?
Focus, yeah.
You feel me? When was he getting hit with them?
Say what I want, no glucose, no sugar coated. Break it down. I do my history, plus I'm the truth and I'm super sharp mentally. Boy, I'm a god, you're not seeing me physically. Plus I stop you. I'm talking about literally me and my shorty, so don't see the chemistry. Work for what we got, hustle hard a lot. Y'all can
yeah.
Writing on the wall, plus I'm still a dog, half of it.
He was probably trying to force the fight early. I'm gonna watch it on the zone and make sure I got it down real quick before we get to. I'm gonna watch the whole joint so we could see what was going on. He always fight reckless. I tried to tell y'all that. Y'all, man, Boots gonna be doing this and Boots gonna be doing that. And it's just like I try to tell y'all all the time. Let me call my man from Philly real quick. Bobby. Hey, did you see the fight?
I saw it.
I'm live right now. I ain't know if you win or not. I just wanted to get your opinion on the live channel. I said I'm live right now. I just wanted to get your opinion on the live channel.
What I saw was still a lot of amateur. I ain't see no stabs to the body. Just had none of them coming upstairs. I ain't see no feints. I ain't see no change in levels. You know the jab downstairs, that set up the hook for up top. Keep feigning. Then you can start feigning at the body and throwing the combinations up top. Like stiff, no real head movement. They was on the line for a steady line for 2 long times. Somebody like Bud, I know if I can see this shit, I know that Bud can definitely see it. And I know you see it, so I just think they need to stay away from Bud.
Hey, Blood, I don't like talk about boxing like I still talk about it, but the way I talk about it is more or less explaining for how the gentleman can get better, because these niggas get mad, and I just I don't want to have to bust nobody's pack in the public, so I just I'll be breaking down everything on my channel from contracts to boxing and boxing contracts. You know what I'm saying? And it's just I'm starting to realize. Well, I've always known this, But and the more I simplify boxing, Bobby, you know what, blood? You at the skating ring?
Yeah, yeah.
Hold on. I'm about to hit you on the gram so it can play through the loudspeaker so the Kingsmen in the chat can hear your knowledge.
Hold on, I'm about to get the baby. I'm about to get them off the floor in like 5 minutes.
All right, do your thing, and then I'll hit you later, because I'm going to be live
I'm
for a
gonna
while.
definitely tap in with you on that, John. Though I be watching your stuff though, but we gonna tap in as soon as I leave from here.
It's good.
All right, bro.
Yeah, as you heard what my man said, he went to the fight in Philly. He from Philly. He from the north. He said that, you know what? Let me just hit my man Lamont and see what he said. Well, I'm about to get my man Lamont on here real quick. We gotta call him, see what he thought of it, of the scraps. If he answer, he better stay away from punchers at 54. It's over. You know, I try to tell you all this, but y'all be trying to tell me, no, you crazy, cause Boots. And it's like I see what's going on already, and the reason why is it's not. I have no hate against Philly or Ohio. But for all the boxing they claim they know as Negro fighters, why they can't stay on the inside and get to work? I'm just asking. Cause Boots don't realize he don't know how to stay in position, my G. Like he be falling out of position. He he fall out of position in the manner of hold on. He fall out of position in the manner of like of defensive understanding. Those positions he lose them. This is why when he be in there, he'll just be in position right here, left hand position. I'm left-handed right now. He'll be right here, and when I noticed in the highlights, he in there making moves that don't need to be made. He in there instead of just chilling, looking for the shot. He in there going. That's what gets you hit. Man, what are you doing? It's buffoonery, you ask me. What are you doing, bro? Why are you doing all the movements? That's taking away your defense because you don't even know what dude about to throw, and you could have already. Well, if you like this, you already blocking it in the left hand. The high guard, you should be like this with this hand out in front. And if you all you should be doing is going back, under, going like this to block the uppercut. If you on the inside, like this, you gotta hold those positions to see where the punches are coming from. You get what I'm saying? You got to. You got to.
Help me.
I'm trying to help y'all. Y'all act like y'all don't want the help though.
Help me.
I'm going to say it again. Because I know y'all want to like these guys. He's making defensive moves, falling out of position when the moves don't need to be made. I've been saying this. You don't have to worry about him losing to bigger guys. He'll lose to Bud. You got to learn how to stay in position. He's getting out of position, doing moves that don't need to be done. If you in the inside, you chilling, you right here looking, you really working first. When you get in there, you start ripping. Young, 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 young. And then you wait till he throw. Then off of your rips, then you starting to look and see, oh, okay, he coming right here. Bang, bang, slip, bang. I could do that all day. Tyrese, let's go over some of these comments. He said Boots was fighting reckless. He has no inside game brain. He has no inside game brain. Norman would give him problems. Yes, Norman would. Yes, he would, bro. And then it says he better stay away from punchers. Boots has all the physical gifts against his opponents, but a guy like Norman Stanionis will give him problems, but Bud would knock him out 8-10. He would definitely be Norman and Stanionis. We could put money on that. No, he definitely would not beat them. And if he would, explain it. Explain how he would beat them. Real Rock G. And then technically, that's what we here for. Real Rock G, he will be the favorite, but he will have trouble against bigger dudes, I'm telling you. Real Rock G, not disagreeing. We already read that. Real Rock G said, no, I just like boxing. I don't have a favorite boxer. I definitely believe Bud would stop him. Do you believe it or do you know it? Real Rock, do you believe it or do you know it? That's what this channel was about. Knowledge, knowing. Diesel 754 said this was a rusty boots. And hey! I don't want to hear nothing about no nigga being rusty. I don't want to hear that. He in the gym way too much. Hey, that's not a thing. You got excuses already, bro. I'm not trying to hear that. I ain't trying to hear nothing about nobody being rusty, dusty, crusty, none of that. Dude be in the gym all the time. Twitter, he ain't no rust. That doesn't exist in professional boxing. You knock that off in sparring. That's where you sharpen your tools at. Boots was doing all the stuff y'all want Shakur to do, and y'all unsatisfied. No, you're misunderstanding what's going on, Diesel 754. After I break these comments down, you're getting busted. I'm busting your pack because you don't understand what's going on. And I'm going to break Shakur and Boots down. It says Boots not going to fight Bud the same way he fought Avanesian. You right. Because Bud is going to box. Bud can box off the back foot, and Boots can't box coming forward. We learned that by Chuhat Zion. That was one fight we watched. Now we know he can't fight coming forward. Now when we see this fight, I told y'all he going to have problems with a power puncher with pressure. That's why he not going up to 54. All right, let's go back because I'm going to keep it simple for you. He was pivoting on the ropes. He was pivoting on the ropes. That was crazy to me. Well, how was he pivoting on the ropes? He should have never been on the ropes. Somebody who don't move their head should never be getting in there with you. He getting hit too much too early. Like I be telling y'all that. My name ain't Troy. My name Hamza. It don't matter if you're disagreeing or not. Listen, y'all don't understand how this channel works. Because y'all talking about I'm not disagreeing with you like I care. I don't care if you disagree. You can disagree with a fact all you want. You're the clown. Diesel? That's what I'm trying to explain to you. You're not disagreeing with me. You're disagreeing with the fact of what goes on in boxing. Because that's what I'm explaining right now. I'm not explaining nothing else but what actually goes on from what Boots has shown us. Boots has shown us he don't fight good going forward, letting his hands go. Dude was slipping. He was all up. He don't know how to use the jab properly. He needs a tailor-made opponent, somebody coming forward for him to look good so he could do his black stunts. And that's the truth. Europeans need somebody, Eastern Europeans need somebody going backwards because they straight up and down. Mexicans need somebody trying to box going backwards because they want to come put pressure, throw a lot of punches. Everybody wants you to do something except them all-time greats. However you come, they're busting your pack. All these niggas is trained by their daddies who don't know it. That's why, Tyrese, they remind you of the same people. I've been saying this for weeks, on weeks, on weeks, on weeks, on weeks. That's why they all doing the same things except Brian Norman Jr. because his daddy actually boxed. Exactly. Because he can't fight coming forward. Because we seen it already. You can't deny that. So it ain't no disagreeing with me, nigga. That's what y'all don't get. There is no disagreeing with moi. I'm not talking about what I'm doing. I'm talking about what they do in a fight on film, and I'm seeing what they don't know how to do. You get it now. You get it. You get it. That's how this channel works. We talk unless you do a Usyk and get to trying to come forward behind the high guard and show us different mansions, dimensions. There's 9. Niggas get to talking. It's much. It's 11 dimensions and all. Man, stop. It's 9 dimensions. That's it. Boots was in there getting tagged, doing them defensive switch block, neutral stand. I listen. I keep telling y'all, all he don't have no inside work technically. You know what? Let me call my dude Dave real quick and explain something to him because I don't think he get it. And he talking about Boots is Heems. Like, no, he not. I'm gonna pick your everything apart, dog. Everything. I'm gonna pick it all apart. every time. I'm gonna do it every time, dog.
Yo,
Hey, blood. I want to explain to you why Boots is not as technical as you think.
yeah.
Because when you fight somebody like Avanesian, who's an Eastern European who doesn't move his head, could fight left or right handed, and comes forward in a square stance, you pick a stance, you stay in that stance, and you split him down the middle. Because if Boots is fight naturally left handed, you put the right foot in the front, while not standing on this, while Avanesian is square, when you split him down the middle by putting the right foot in front, the one hand he throwing, which is gonna be if he's square, his right hand, you automatically gonna be catching that. Cause he can't throw that because you splitting him down the middle, and then the left hand in front of you, you know that's all he gonna land because it's right in front of you. And Boots, instead of doing that, was squared up with the man going toe to toe. And
Still not ready for Bud. I gotta admit that. I'm not gonna be fully biased. What I will say, this is what I saw. For me personally, I feel Bud had a better performance. For me, Boost came out like too hyper, like too energetic. Like Bud, when Bud fought Ebenezer, right? When I first seen it, I'm like, Bud looked a little slow. It wasn't that he was slow. He was nice and calm and they're picking his shots.
it's a game plan. It's a
not
game.
overexerting himself, placing his shots well, catching punches inside, outside. Boost was a little too like nervous energy. Looked like he was trying to appease the crowd too much and trying to be too hyper. You know what I'm saying? Bud had a better performance, hands down. And I believe still that Bud would beat him because Bud got more experience. Boots, the only way Boots beats Bud is if Father Time would have really catch up to Bud. But I still got Boots smoking everything else at 147. But you know, he's not Bud. You know what I mean? It was a good performance to stop.
Is Brian Norman Jr. at 47?
See if you about to take his belt. Don't worry about Brian Norman.
Hey, blood. I'm trying to tell you what's gonna happen in that fight, and I know you love Tio, but he when you go in there and you're trained by, hey, I'm gonna ask you a question before I bag you. Would you rather be trained by Sugar Ray Leonard or Virgil Hunter?
Sugar Ray Leonard.
Why?
Because Sugar Ray Leonard is one of the greatest fighters of all time.
Okay.
I'm gonna take his advice because what he did actually fucking.
Okay. Now I'm gonna go to another one. Would you rather be trained by Mike McCallum or John Scully?
Mike McCallum, bro.
Okay.
Mike McCallum gonna show me how to.
Would you rather be trained by a professional boxer or Tio's guy?
A professional boxer.
All right, Brian Norman Jr.'s dad was a professional boxer. He was a super middleweight, and he had a lot of fights and a good record. That's why he's gonna beat Tio. He's gonna get out coached. Tio cannot fight coming forward, and he can't take pressure, and his eyes be lumped up. And someone in my chat is saying Tio reminds me of Boots, and I keep telling people, yeah, they both trained by their daddies.
Very similar ways, you know, they're both they're both very athletic. They both tend to make fundamental flaws. They do show signs of greatness at times, but they have little fundamental flaws. But they have a lot of athleticism. They like to be flashy. Yeah, they're very similar. I don't think Tio won't beat Boots because Boots is a bigger version of him.
No, we ain't talking about that. We just talking about the similarities inside and outside, and who coaches them. And it's just like I'm trying to explain it. I know these guys like these guys, but when you sitting down with your daddy and he used to boxing. Yeah, I know, but he still lost his first professional fight against a crumb cake.
Freddie Roach was an elite fighter either.
I know, but he was still trained by an all-time great training coach, which was Eddie Futch, who had more. He trained almost everybody. Him and George Benton. And it was only a couple real trainers back then. And when you realize that they had all the fighters, and that's what I'm looking at TV and I'm trying to tell these guys.
Joey Gamache, like I say, I always say it all the time. For me, Teofimo's best performance was when he had. When he
Boots is not a threat.
Joey Gamache was a world champion. Joey Gamache, when he fought Richard Kobe, he had him, like you say,
I'm glad you said that.
sticking, flicking, fading, the hooking. If you watch that fight with Coleman, his defense was sharp, his IQ was sharp, he said everything up with the jab. And I always say it all the time whenever I talk about you. They should have kept Joey Gamache. They shouldn't have let that ever go.
Hey, listen. Father time means nothing in boxing. What are y'all talking about on here?
Sugar Ray Leonard caught up to him when he fought Terry Norris.
But then after he lost to Terry Norris, nigga, he beat Donnie Lalonde to be the light heavyweight champion. And Terry Norris never made it that far.
He beat Donnie Lalonde before that. He beat Donnie Lalonde before he fought Terry Norris.
Even if he did or he didn't, Terry Norris couldn't go up and beat no Donnie Lalonde. He wouldn't have never know.
Norris stood at 154 because he knew he didn't have the chin to handle the next.
Yeah, and that's my point. That's why they on different levels of boxing. They just on different levels.
But that's what I'm trying to tell you. Sugar Ray Leonard would have been in his prime. He would have beaten Terry Norris. Father time.
Nah, he wouldn't have. He wouldn't have. He wouldn't. He still wouldn't have. Because the skill set that. Nah, because Sugar Ray Leonard is just Terry Norris, but Terry Norris is just naturally bigger. Terry Norris had mad amateurs. He's slick just like Sugar Ray, and he could punch.
Norris was a small junior. He was a small, just like yours.
Yeah, but he was a big welterweight then, and that's why he was always gonna give Sugar Ray Leonard problems because he had skill punching. He was just a bigger version of Sugar Ray, but without the all-around amateur experience on the elite men's level division with a gold medal and coming up through that era where he came was the golden.
I think Terry Norris would have beaten Floyd.
No, he wouldn't have beat Floyd. He wouldn't have beat Floyd. That would have been too hard for him because Floyd, at the end of the day, defense is defense in all eras, and Terry Norris wouldn't have been able to land a shot. And Floyd could outpoint you, and Terry Norris is known for losing his head and getting frustrated. Listen, these are the only things that I've seen and the things that I'm measuring. The only person that actually could probably beat Floyd is Sugar Ray Leonard. And Sugar Ray Leonard, Tommy Hearns, and Sugar Ray Robinson.
Sugar Robinson, yeah.
But the greatest fighter of all time is Archie Moore. But if it,
that's different weight class.
I'm not even. There's skill for skill.
We talk about Floyd against guys that. We talk about Floyd against guys that fought around his weight class. Duran would have given him a tough fight. I think Floyd would have beaten Duran, but Duran would have given him hell, especially at 135.
Oh no, most definitely, because he got a gas fight.
Especially how Castillo gave him a tough fight at that. Madonna gave him some issues. Cotto, Duran was better than all them niggas. And everything they do, he did better. And he was punching hard.
Yeah, I know. That would have been some good work. Yeah. But far as Boots, he needs to work on staying in position and stop making unnecessary defensive moves. He makes a lot of unnecessary defensive moves when he's already in position to defend. Like, he don't need to be doing all that. When you in position, switching your hands and doing all of that, and he do too many moves that are not needed to be done. He needs to simplify his style. Hit my cash app. No, it's two different things with T.O. and Boots, and that's how intricate detail they get when you on a professional level. T.O. and Boots don't even know how to move fundamentally. And on top of that, they're out of position moving fundamentally. Not slipping correct. All right, in pro boxing, it don't matter how your style is. There's a way you slip a jab. There's a fundamental way. No matter how you style, when you first come to boxing, you stand a certain way and you slip a jab a certain way. It don't matter what the fuck you say. You slip a right hand a certain way. You roll a hook a certain way. You actually catch a jab, not parry it, not you catch a jab a certain way. Then you parry a jab. Then you could deflect a jab. See, all of these things have names, titles, because they're ways that you do them. Tio and Boots don't be doing none of this shit correctly, and then they be thinking they be doing it and overdoing moves. Because if you know how to do it, say it again.
I like how James Tony used to parry and catch.
Yeah, it's like they don't be doing the moves correctly with the correct fundamental basis, and then they be out of position. Tevin Farmer, you can't be holding all day. You can't. You can't hold. Like you can't. And I said it on my thing. You got a box coming forward. No, it wasn't for real. Yeah, but it would be hard. Y'all not gonna see that shit. I guarantee when you watch it, you're gonna be like, "Nah, blood. I thought Tevin, he boxing. Man, niggas don't really know. Tevin didn't land a serious jab, and every time the inside, it came to inside work. Instead of working, he was holding. He didn't. He was reluctant to work on the inside with the free hand. He was reluctant to work with the free hand.
Can we agree that Boots still? I still think Boots stopped fucking hell.
Your shirt don't go there. It don't go there. It don't go there. Your shirt don't go there.
Boots stopped Errol Spence.
Yeah, he dead though.
Huh?
He's a deceased man physically.
He stopped Errol Spence.
Yeah, that don't mean that ain't saying nothing. Your shirt don't go there.
Yeah, when you leave, put that motherfucker somewhere. Don't leave it right.
Hey, we got Paul Ruffin with a $5 cash app. Good job, Paul Ruffin. Thank you. We're gonna give it a triple heart. $5 on the cash app. Yeah, so it's like, bro, I'm just like when I watch Boots, it's like defense. Like I know people think they got defense, but it's a. He don't remind me of shit of Paul Williams because Paul Williams had no defense.
You know, Boots got way better defense than Paul Williams, but I'm saying he kind of remind me of like he like to stay in the pocket and shit like that. But
no, because when I was watching the fight, Boots in the highlights, Boots was getting distance. But that's what I'm saying. It's a way. Listen, bro. In boxing, he was already beat up though. And the way he beat him wasn't classical, and it showed holes of why he gonna get his ass beat up. And see, that's what people not seeing in these boxing fights. They just
him and Virgil Ortiz would be a good fight.
It really wouldn't, because Virgil Ortiz really got better inside work. Virgil Ortiz.
I see Boots out beating him from the outside.
No, Boots ain't gonna be able to beat Virgil Ortiz from the outside because black fighters can't take pressure. And Virgil Ortiz is just as tall as Boots. So the jab from long, and he trained by Robert Garcia, and they beat all them style fighters. That's a fact. Am I lying? Just tell me. Say I'm lying.
Robert Garcia is good at handling black fighters. Even with Floyd, even though he ain't beat Floyd, Madonna gave him a tough fight.
But because he knows how to train guys who use too much athleticism.
I think Robert Garcia would. They never fought, but him and Floyd would have been a good scrap.
Floyd would have stopped him. Floyd would have stopped him.
It would have been a decent fight.
No, it really wouldn't have. Because that Floyd at 130 would have stopped you. He would have stopped. Yeah, bro. Just common sense. No, listen. I talked about this earlier, bro. Triangles, no, pyramids. We're in a three-dimensional construct, and the base of a pyramid is a square. This quantum physics is how Egypt came about. So when you take four fighters, it's a four criteria to judge around. He Diego Corrales because he don't have defense. Yeah, because he don't have defense, and Floyd busted both of their packs because Floyd got defense. That's where the triangle theory gets busted because you have to make it a quantum physics fact.
Just once again, like Durant, he and I ran Barkley, and I ran Barkley busted Tommy Hearns back.
Because Tommy Hearns didn't have no defense. Tommy Hearns didn't have no defense. Do we?
You said Tommy Hearns had no defense.
He didn't have no defense.
He's one of the guys that I even talk very highly of. You say he got no defense.
Man, tell me, what is Tommy Hearns slipping, Dave? You can watch it. He was moving like Sugar Ray with the head. Tommy Hearns was. No. Aaron Pryor busted his pack in the amateurs. He don't move his head. That's why I ran Barkley busted his back. He don't have defense. When the jab and the hook and shit ain't working, he don't know how to move his head to create time so he can get it back.
So Tommy's best defense was his offense.
Tommy's best defense was the range and the jab and the hook and off. Man, it's just comment. Listen, bro. It's just we can watch this. If you don't understand what defense is, not you, bro, just anybody, family. You watch. Marvin Hagler wasn't a great defender. How was he gonna beat Sugar Ray? So then, when you match him and Tommy Hearns together, Tommy Hearns a nigga who can't take pressure, and Marvin Hagler is a Mexican style fighter. And that's why they did what they did with busting niggas' packs. Because they had the better defense. Why? Because defense is a part of 4 criteria in a professional fight. These are the rules of boxing. And when I put them into...
Tommy Hearns, he probably would have had a chance to win that fight. That wouldn't have happened. That little move he made going back into the ropes like that.
Yeah, but the reason why he could have beat Floyd at 47 because he was naturally bigger on the jab, and then Floyd would have to work coming forward. Even though he could, but it would be hard doing that with a Tommy with that jab, like, because he always gonna keep his distance away from Floyd, even when he backing out. He just gonna create distance, and Floyd will have to use what he used against. Floyd could beat Tommy Hearns though, because Floyd could box him like Sugar Ray boxed him, because Sugar Ray used in and out movements to box Tommy Hearns. See, that you would have to know the style to use to beat him. Duran to stop Cotto brutally. No, because Roberto Duran he was punching harder than Cotto, and the way Cotto's defense is set up, he don't start moving his head until people start busting him down. He fight with his hands in a certain position, where Roberto Duran would have hit him with so many uppercuts, he would have hurt him. Roberto Duran is one of, like, Archie Moore, Roberto, the Four Kings, and Sugar Ray Robinson, Rocky Marciano, some of these guys, they the best because it look like they don't know what they doing sometimes, but it's a madness in there, bro, in a professional realm. Which one?
I sent you that video because we was talking, one of your lives, we was talking about some moves.
Hey, blood, you could go upstairs in your room with that. I'm live. You got a room now.
You was critiquing Shakur, and you was talking about when you slip, you got to slip a certain distance when you're in position to counter. And I sent you a video of Salvador Sanchez. They were showing him how he was just rolling under these punches, but while he was rolling, he was also hitting. Like he was rolling, and he wasn't just letting. It was about. You said, "Look, I'm gonna coach your ball." You said your defense is good. You could bust a man down with your defense. That's what you said, right?
Yeah, in the middle of the ring.
That's what you said. So that's for a video of Salvador Sanchez, and I said this is the epitome of busting somebody down with defense. Because you're making a nigga miss, but while he's missing, you're also making him pay. You're punishing him for every time he misses. I sent you that to your IG. I'm gonna send it to you again. It's a perfect example. You gotta put that on the line.
Go in the room. All right. Yeah, so that's just how where I'm at with it. Like, I'm only breaking it down by what they actually do in the fights. Like, if they don't do that in the fights, they're not about to do it against no all-time great. It don't work like that. So It don't work like that. It just don't.
When you can do it against all-time great, it's a difference.
It's a different story when you're doing against all-time greats. It's just different. And that's where people be losing it. And then they watching Boots in there, and instead of defending properly and doing what he's supposed to do.
Tell me Canelo got no defense. We was talking about Canelo. He said, Canelo got no defense in the jab. He was telling me Canelo got no defense in the jab.
Yeah, well, say it. No, Canelo definitely got that. See, you can't really partake into what people be saying.
I know, I don't like that shit.
It's just they don't know boxing.
They say dumb shit. Like, come on, why you say Canelo got no defense?
Because people don't know boxing. It's just like, what are you supposed to do?
Canelo ain't no flat-footed. He's a little flat-footed, but he's not no punching bag.
No, he moves his head, and that's where defense come in at.
And he cash punches good too.
Yeah, so like that's when you understand, and that's what I'm saying. If Boots was really nice, it don't take all of that. Like, dude is a walking target. Dude is a walking target. He already been knocked out brutally against Bud, and if his skills, these things are very simple when you in there. They very simple. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like and people be mad, and they want me to break the fight down, and I'm gonna just tell you the honest to God truth about it. Like,
a lot of people get mad because you saying something and you're critiquing their favorite fighter, they take it personally.
and that's on them. They asked for this work, so I'm gonna give it to him. Yes, he won the fight and beat dude and was working dude, but I don't focus on the win. I focus on the perfection in the win, so that you could be perfect the most time. Because if you already the favorite, why are you even hyped that you beat dude? That, like, this is common sense. If you already the favorite, you already Heems. It should have just been another day in the office.
You think Boots will bust a prime Keith Thurman?
No. Keith Thurman hit too hard, and Boots don't hit too hard. It's a fact. And Boots cannot fight coming forward. You know, Keith Thurman will get on the bike and be out of here. And with yeah, like, it's not even cutting the ring off. He don't know how to use the jab. Shakur wasn't using no jab. Boots don't know how to use the jab. These guys are not using the jab. These guys are not using the jab and the hook to do anything. They don't know what they're doing.
Like, come on, if you're an Olympian fighter, a world champion, you're supposed to know how to cut the ring off weight.
No, you don't, because on a pro level, you got to be taught that, because niggas doing duet. You're not fighting for 3 minutes. You're not fighting for 3 minutes. You're not fighting for 2-3 minute rounds.
If you're a world champion, period, you should be knowing these things.
No, because how you gonna know them if you never been trained to know them?
I'm talking about if you're a world champion.
I'm gonna say it again. If you ain't never been trained, I told him that. He wants to say no and just do anything. So he don't want to do it. So he got a room. Yeah, so it's like, bro, like, I know what you're saying, but when you boxing, it's like,
some people never really taught that, basically.
Yeah, just because you're a world champion don't mean you should know how to do something. That don't mean nothing.
That goes to show the point. That's why back in the days, the trainers back in the days, we have a lot of trainers now that are fighters, but they're not teaching everything. You had trainers that taught everything. Once again, Pernell Whitaker, all his life, been a slick boxer, but he always knew how to come forward if he had to come forward.
He always, listen, Pernell Whitaker was trained. All right, would you rather be trained by George Benton or Teofimo's dad? Exactly. It's just like,
if I could pick one trainer, like, let's say I was fighting, I could have one trainer that's gonna be my trainer, out of all the trainers, I would have Georgie Bennett out of everybody.
Hey, listen, that's a bar, buddy. Out of all trainers ever to train,
For me, I like Georgie Bennett.
I had Georgie Benton too. I could say that. I have Georgie Benton or Emmanuel Stewart, or the guy who trained Sugar Ray Robinson, because Roger Mayweather said he was one of the greatest trainers ever.
And for me, being that I'm not tall like that, I would fuck with Georgie Bennett.
He trained Joe Louis too. Yes, a fact.
He showed you how to get low, bend your knees. He knows how to do the Philly shell. He knows how to do.
He invented it.
He teach you how to punch with your head off the line, all that shit.
Yeah, George Benton invented the shell. Like
Pernell Whitaker, when he fought the Cuban that was giving him problems, the Olympian, Pernell Whitaker fought a fight we never seen him fight.
Yeah, he had to really. And then that Olympian Cuban was throwing mad punches. He was in shape.
He was not a slouch at all.
Hey, listen, it was a good fight on yesterday. The co-main event, of the Tevin Farmer fight. It was an African cuz in there. He really murked somebody. He really was working. He boxed a man's ears off.
I didn't see that fight.
It was a good scrap though. It was a good scrap.
The last two fights before the main event, I was trying to have, because I was sitting up by the DJ booth. This kid that I know from my neighborhood happened to be a DJ, so I was sitting with him in the DJ section instead of sitting in my seats. I was trying to, but the internet was not no good like that, so I couldn't really get the Farmer fight when I was watching the first fight.
Man, what, nigga? Not you, blood. This nigga in here talking about some Joe Calzaghe didn't have no defense. Man, is you out your damn mind, bro? Yo, listen, I don't even like to use the word damn because that's really the only cuss word that exists. Bro, you gotta be out your God-loving mind to say Joe Calzaghe ain't had no defense, quiz. You can't be making statements like that. He was one of the greatest super middleweights of all time with a win over Roy Jones. We did a video about this.
We had him in our
Yes,
top 5.
5 super middleweights: Joe Calzaghe, Canelo, Andre Ward, Roy Jones, and James Toney. And Andre Ward, them is the best super middleweights of all time. They beat some real go-livers, bro. Like, man, what? Do you watch boxing, my G? Hey, listen, I'm going to get back with you, Dave. I'm going to get big busy. Thank you. This is my man, Low, from Low Nose Boxing. Get your pack busted by Low No. If you don't know, Low No.
And if you know what you're talking about, Troy going to put you in the Birkin.
Yeah, you will be in the Birkin. One yourself, Low. One. That was my man David Maldonado, or however you say his name. And that's what I was saying. Like, see, one thing I learned from like being a short fighter, like I always got to be pressing somebody. I'm short. I don't have no choice. I can't be boxing and doing all this. Niggas be like, man, what you doing? You gotta work, blood. You gotta work. You gotta come forward. You gotta do this. All right, you gotta let your hands go. All right, it's good. When I start having to be on the inside, I learned that you got to be at the angle so you can split the man down in the middle. Once I said it again. When I watched the highlights of the fight, Boots was square with a man who was square. That's stupidity. That's stupidity, and it's not scientific. It's not scientific at all. It's not boxing. It don't even work like that when you're on the inside. Coming from a guy who's short and stocky. You want to be at the angle on your 1920 angle. Sharp. So that way, if he's square, he's not gonna be able to use the right hand. If he's squaring you right handed, you only gonna be looking at the left hand. The right hand gonna be behind your back. It's gonna be cut off. You're not gonna be able to land nothing. Everybody really knows that you put your feet in between his 2 feet, you're gonna be getting all your shit off in the middle of his punches. Jack, he's square. He ain't Canelo. He ain't moving. He not a Mexican. You can't be square and without understanding the Mexican style because you have to overcompensate slipping east to west because you're standing east to west. It's that simple when we talking boxing, technically. If you don't know that and you on the inside, whether it be body to body or inside range, because medium range is not inside. That's at your arm's length distance, depending on how tall you are as a fighter. That's medium range. So when you touch a man's shoulder, that's your range. If his arm's longer than you, that's not your range, nigga. And if you in that range, you're gonna be running into them Tommy Hearnsies. Your range is where high your arms is. So that's why boxing is difficult. You got to be able to get in your range, stay in your range, and not get hit in your range, depending on how long your arms is. And you doing anything besides that? I was thinking about Keith Thurman versus Boots. Yeah, a prime Keith Thurman will knock Boots the fuck out. Boots can't fight coming forward. So you take Hot Zion and you give him Keith Thurman's power, Boots would have got stopped. That's how boxing works. Keith Thurman all over the fucking ring. Mounting, moving, throwing awkward punches. Why do you think they kept him out of there with Earl Spence? They just never made the fight happen. He would have never got paid, blood. Keith Thurman beat Sean Porter. Almost had him drunk in there a couple. He ain't almost had him. He had him drunk at least 2 to 3 times in that fight. Hurt, visibly. I go to the Sean Porter Errol Spence fight. Sean Porter had Errol Spence visibly hurt at least 5 times in a fight. I could see it as a pro sitting damn near ringside. Magic Johnson was there. He made Deontay Wilder look like a child. He was so big. Pause. Man, now listen, now you put Bud in there with Keith Thurman, he gonna get stopped. Keith Thurman, because Bud stops all welterweights. Am I saying that, or is Bud doing that? Okay then. If you at welterweight, you're not strong enough for Bud. He was actually sucking down to stay at 35. Pause. He was always gonna stop everybody when he came up. He was a big 35er. Pause. You see what I'm saying? These things that are just common sense. You look at them, you see them, hey, it's common sense. And this is why I keep telling you, you can think you got a good jab, but if that bitch ain't landing, how good is it? You can think you got real defense, but if you not really slipping and bending at the knees, slipping the right hand so you can come back with the perfect hook, not any hook. Hit my Cash App. Because I'm lightweight training y'all through this. It's 26 people in the live, but it ain't 26 likes. And then y'all on the top of that, y'all not hitting the Cash App. That's buffoonery. Y'all not hitting the Cash App. On top of...
Help me.
Come on, blood.
Help me.
Help me. That's that man. Hey, listen. When you take Terrence Crawford's defense, see, that's what I'm saying. If y'all not hitting the like, hit the Cash App. That's what a real player is asking for. I'm an Ohio player out here playing in the Bay. Shout out to my man, Yvonne Jackson. $5 Cash App. Salute to Yvonne. Where you been, Evan? I'm calling you Yvonne over here. Like Avanician, but you ain't getting your pack busted. You sending $5 packs. And $5, listen, it's the season of the 5. You might as well send the 5. I'm not asking for crazy break. You send the 5, you on here. It's the season of the 5. Heru Huti. Know that God doesn't protect you. It doesn't reward you. God don't do none of that. It left you with the power to control these yourself so you could be comfortable. It don't God. You gotta think it's the supreme being. It don't want you hitting him every day. It, come on, blood. You are constantly banging on the creator's door. Hey, blood, you think you can give me a bigger Swanson? I'm trying to slay something. You think I give me a couple extra dollars, supreme being? You think you can give me a job, supreme being? Nah, blood. Uh-uh. Mm-mm. We got Evan and we got Paul Ruffin in the building for the day. Cash apps, loves. Paul Ruffin with another $5. My man, Paulie. Good looking. Paulie, you a regular. You get the garlic butter gratuity award for the gift. You get the garlic butter gang gratuity gift today because you're enduring works by trying to put the profit money in the prophet's pocket. You automatically get money for that. Because I'm trying, listen, you only can be profitable when you got the knowledge of a prophet. That's why it's two words. And if you're profitable in spirit, you're going to be profitable. So now transfer all of those thoughts to boxing when health is wealth. How are you stopping people from making you unhealthy by punching your head when you're making unnecessary moves, falling out of position on defense? Man, that's not how boxing works, man. And we just got to keep it 100 with that. We here to be 100 with it. And that's why we break down other fighters, what they did and how they match up from what they did already. That's it. We don't have to like go around and about. Like Tevin Farmer has to understand that he has to fight coming forward. A lot of people want to validate with how they thought he win because maybe they like boxers the most. It don't matter. Boxing don't mean you just boxing off the back foot. Rocky Marciano was a boxer. At the end of the day, he was a professional boxer. He will box your fucking ears off with non-stop attrition work. He coming through with the cross block off rip. Soon as you throw his head off the line. That's why he an all-time great, man. And that's why they did Larry Holmes like they did him with Leon Spinks because he was disrespecting people who came before him. You can't do that, blood. Listen, in boxing, this is why it don't matter. You cannot disrespect the man who risked his life before you. It don't make no logical sense. You can't do it. Y'all ought to get them likes up some more. You can't do it. You gotta give that man his respect. Listen, my man Aaron, heavy metal, the junkyard, the dog your ass out, raw dogging. Raw dogging. Pause. Definitely pause. We don't disrespect black man, so the no Diddy is not even flying over here. We pausing. Harlem, Dame Dash, pause. We watched him brutally beat up Ezra Charles. Man, he from Ohio. You get all respect. You beating up my forefathers, you get respect. I don't care what color you is. I don't care. I'm not even about to waste my time with the thought process of the prejudice. I don't want to do it. It don't make no logical sense to be prejudiced in that manner when Rocky Marciano was in there getting work like everybody else. Yeah, you might have thought his style was weak, but did you actually watch it? Did you break it down? Did you learn? Like, or you just like you don't like the way he boxed because he was a white boy with a wild Mexican style coming forward and he was beating some of your favorite guys and they was always showing him the same love that everybody else get. Because Aaron was like, blood, this one dude was boxing his ears off. And then I was like, damn, he was. I watched it. I'm like, dude was really boxing his ears off. And then Aaron was like, he said he beat Rocky Marciano the first time, but that mob gave him that win. What do you do for that? Nothing. Lothar, what was his name?
Latharza.
Say it again.
Latharza.
Latharza.
His name was Latstaaraza.
You on your shit.
Yeah.
That's what the channel was about.
Yeah, that was Latharza.
Yeah.
So they beat him the first time, so they fought him again, but then they ended up getting him that second time.
And that right there is the part. Listen, if it happened when Rocky Marciano was boxing, if it happened when Mexicans be in there and they be getting their shit took, it be black fighters be getting their shit took by other black fighters, man, that's a part of the sport at this point.
That's what it is, guys.
That's what it is, guys. Hey, blood, you trying to damn, you did get pilled for the 90. Hey, since you got pilled for the 90, I'll give you some money if you roll me a joint.
Yeah, I got you. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, but I know, cause nigga, listen, Aaron, come to us and we'll talk about it before you get peeled, because we talk about this because people on our channel, they'll make an emotional bet. And I'll be like, man, you can't do that. You gotta just be honest if it's about money. Don't try to put the currency towards your man thinking it's going. No, listen. Don't put your currency to the man thinking the energy gonna make him win. It don't do it. The currency don't work like that. What you do is you put the bet down. So if you listen, I'm gonna give you mathematical genius. How much you betting? You put that down on the person who's the favorite, so that if you lose the money, you can get that back. But then you still put your little piece on Tevin. You gotta play the game like that. Listen, the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers did it. Oh, you want what you want to do? Oh, you having problems with this country? Y'all both nations having problems? Well, listen. If y'all want to settle y'all beef fair and square, we will give y'all both money and y'all can settle the beef. That's promotion at its finest. The Rockefellers did it. I'm not prejudiced with it. If I got the bread, now listen, how is Floyd Shiesty and running out of bread and all this that y'all said he was doing, and then he back on the TV buying more shit? And this is it just blogs my mind how we get on these how y'all get on these channels and y'all say things about gentlemen you don't even know. So I'll just move forward. Floyd and if they all fighting under PBC and Al Heyman, they fighting under Floyd, and then he paying both of them. So it don't matter who putting out footage. It's his promotional company. He getting paid. You think when Gervonta just made all that money fighting whoever, Frank, you think Floyd ain't gonna buy jets off that? The bread came in. And then when I told y'all that Dubai take indebtedness serious, indebtedness means I'm owed money. It's a real definition. So look, we're gonna go right back to Boots now. Boots has indebtedness with boxing. He must learn actual defense from a fundamental standpoint. He needs to bring about another fundamental coach who only gonna teach him fundamental things, because he's making moves he don't need to make on defense. And you know what, man? Virgil Hunter taught me this. You falling out of position. If you already got your hands in a certain position, what are you switching hand to hand, bringing one hand up, one hand down? You only do that when a punch is coming. It's like when I'm training my fighters and I'll be like, roll 2-3-2, and I'm just telling them. They already rolling before a punch comes. That's not timing. Rolling is when I throw my arm and you go under it and then you throw a 2-3-2. That's timing. Boots is switching his hands when no punches being thrown, giving the man, telling him, Aaron, come here, bro, real quick. No, Akai, come here. Come here. You short enough. Come here. Get on the inside with me real quick, left-handed. Right there. If you like this, right, and you see my man Akai Cassius Coley on the inside. Now, look at me. No, don't put your head down. Look up. Now, look, if you looking at me and you throwing punches, just keep throwing hooks at me. You see how I'm doing this? What Boots was doing. Stop throwing punches. Throw a hook whenever you get ready. Keep throwing them. He moving for no reason and nigga just throwing punches. You hitting yourself.
Come on, guy.
Take some. Waterfall mine. Don't put your lips on mine. Now hand it to me. Let me get some. See how cool it is. Oh yeah, that's real cool. That's like a little Gatorade for real. That's an official Gatorade. Listen, this is called Plumade. My nigga Aaron invented it. Grandma Aaron's. I'm betting on Brian Norman against Boots when they fight. I am too. But it depends on how Brian Norman look in his next fight. You need to turn the back. You got to get that back tapered. You shouldn't even get it cut all the way faded. You should just get a taper. And that'll be something nobody ever did. And it'll be easier maintenance. But you got to start brushing it so you can have waves with the braids. Niggas ain't doing that. They ain't got the waves with the braids. So the top and in the back. I watched a little bit of Jaleel Hackett, but I'm going to watch it again. I'm going to watch it again. I ain't realized Jaleel Hackett was that size. He got a cool size on him. He going to be some work. He going to be some decent work. Because you know why? He quiet. He mind his business. You don't really hear nothing out of Jaleel. The Zone got some little people on their card, dog. The Zone got some little people on their card, my G. They got some people out here. They got some people out here, blood. So you know what I'm saying? Like, that's where we at with it. It's about keeping it understanding defense. So as you can see, when I had Akai showing you how you should be defending, you shouldn't be just doing this for no reason. No, you chill right here and you moving with the hands up. The hands don't move. The head moves. The hands don't be switching and doing nothing. Only the head moves. And then when you get in a fight, you will be looking more technically sound because the shots you getting hit with it, the holes in your defense, you created them. Boots is creating those holes. Tevin Farmer created them holes. Like, just because you're slick of getting out the way, you have to slick your way back in. Excuse me. You have to slick your way back in a defensive fundamental position. So, like, say I'm slipping shit. Excuse my language. Say I'm slipping all the moves, right? And then I get out of position slipping because I overcommitted to the slip. Then, in turn, after I get out of position of slipping, I should not still be out of position slipping, trying to deliver a shot. I need to make an essential slip to get back in position fundamentally to land a punch. If you don't do that, you don't know what you're doing, slipping that way, you gonna get your own pack busted. And that's what y'all talking about with Boots. You saying there's holes in his defense because he's falling out of position, doing to overcommitting to defensive procedures, and just doing unnecessary defensive moves and procedures that don't need to be done in real time. You don't need to do them moves, bruh. You just stand there with your hands up. He already shorter than you. And that's the thing. When I really learned this Andre Ward work, that's a bar. Hit my cash app for that bar. When I really learned this Andre Ward work, I learned that the simple stiff arm buys you time until you figure out what you need to do to slip this guy's shots. See, these things are just not done for any reason. They're done for all defensive purposes. I'm landing the jab. Oh, you found your way inside? Back up with the stiff arm. Now, I know you can slip. Now you slipping up in here. Now I'm about to keep the Dre stiff arm on you so you can't get in. And then I'm going to start sticking you with the jab off that. Listen, he would have got stopped way quicker. And this is the thing. If your jab is not sticking, it's not going to bust a man's eyeball up. That's what I'm saying. Back in the day, them guys had jabs that'll bust your eyeballs up. You will be busted up off the jab. Just keep hitting it. And Aaron was saying it the other day, Coley. The nigga was saying, man, it's like he jabbing him in his left eye. So when he throw listen, bro, if you can see that, that's probably the probability of that happening on the dice is you not crapping out. You busting a head. You head cracking. Because that's what's happening. They be doing those moves that disable you. Why you think they attached the thumb to the glove? They attached the thumb to the glove because niggas was using that thumb to get in that eyeball, to hit that eye. Now your eye gone. Now I'm about to really serve you. I watched some of Jaleel Hackett's highlights. Dobson is not straight good like that. Like he could have. Did he stop Dobson? He could have stopped him. You got to go to Dobson's body. You can go to Dobson's body and stop him. You can just go to his guts. Go down under to the guts. Nah, you got to go to his body. That's it. You got to know how to go to the body with these things. And that's why they saying Bud's win against Avanesian was way more classical because he was taking his time, breaking him down, not getting hit with shots, boxing him in spots, poking him to the guts. And then by the time he knocked him out, it was set up like that way. You know what I'm saying? It was set up that way. He set it up that way. And this is the thing. My bad, my nose is itching. This is the thing. Everybody's bothered by speed or when people start floating around unless you got a certain style that is good for busting that style's pack. But at some point, when you have the all-time great boxing style, ain't no style gonna beat you. That's why styles don't make fights. That only mean that when you only got one style. When you come in there and you possess the skill set of a SOG, and when he come out of the SOG and turn into the DOG, you're gonna get your ass beat. He can do any style. You can't beat that. Hey, listen, we got 30 people in here now, and I'm really giving y'all sauce from the saucier, and y'all not hitting the likes. It should be 30 likes, 30 people. When you don't hit the like button, you gotta hit the cash app. Like, did I not say that already?
Help me. Help me.
Come on, man. Hit that appy. There's 30 folks in here. Y'all got $5. 30 people, $5 each. That's $150. 1 and 5 makes 6. You got the power but not the right to ignore God's law. Let's work. I'm giving y'all the laws. Made Joe Breezy. Man, I told y'all Chocolatito was cakes, Farmer was cakes, and Boots was green. You said it. We already knew that, though. What did Chocolatito do in there? Did he get his pack busted? I can't actually say Chocolatito was cheeks. He's still working. Chocolatito need a good defensive coach. Joe Breezy said I made love to the like button on the way in. Breezy, you made love to the like button on the way in, Breezy. Breezy, come on, Breezy. That's how you doing it, Breeze. You made love to that like button on the way in, my G. My G. You gotta chill out with that. You acting up with that one, bro. That was funny. That was funny. He said, no, he looked like an old man, still don't move his head, still come in on a straight line. He cheats. Choco Boop. Y'all going hard on cousins today. You calling him Choco Boo Boo? What?
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
You calling him Choco Boo Boo? Come on, blood. Don't do him like that. Don't do him like that, bro. But hey, listen, you caused it on yourself.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Listen, that's on you. If you don't have defense, and that's what I kept telling y'all. That's why he never fought Rigo. He just skipped over Cuz. Everybody was skipping over Cuz. Like Carl Frampton, Leo Santa Cruz. Because you're not gonna get your payday with Rigo eventually. That early. Rigo will hurt you. That's what made Nonito special. Rigo busted Nonito's pack. Nonito came back. Nonito is one of the greatest fighters of all time. Nonito Donaire. He's like a 10-time world champion, bro. Nonito Donaire is one of the greatest fighters of all time. Period, point blank. Nonito is a 10-time world champion, bro. And he still be talking about, I don't know if I'm done yet. And his wife be like, I just don't know, because he might just find the urge to get live with you. Like, that's what boxing is about. How is he still boxing? Nonito. And them little fighters throw a lot of punches and stuff. And that's what I'm telling you, blood. Like, you got to find your niche, gift, stick to it, but at the same time, improve with your defense. That Tevin Farmer work was
disgusting. Disgusting.
It was disgusting. I'm watching it like, damn, he is giving him problems. But as I'm assessing it, and then the referee keeps saying, let him go. Stop holding, work with the free hand. Let him go. Break. Excessive holding. That abridges the person from working when the referee keeps saying, let him go. That's when you're breaking the laws of boxing because you're not letting go. Holding is not against the laws. Excessive holding is.
Disgusting.
And that's what, see, I'm not going to be, Tevin Farmer won. He had to win. I don't do that because that's how you not get better. I actually say, well, damn, let me just put my prejudice aside for people who box and do all of that and see why. Oh, yeah, well, he didn't. They either one of them wasn't landing the jab, dude was coming forward, trying to let his hands go, and Tevin was moving him and punching him in spots. And when they got in the inside, which we seen dude work before in the inside, Tevin wasn't trying to stay in there and work. And that's when it's just like, no, bud, it don't work like that. You had a decent game plan, but a fighter like Moratalia, you got to have at least six rounds of accumulative inside work. I'm not saying you got to fight 6 rounds of work straight. You just got to have 6 rounds within a 12-round fight. You got to have in 36 minutes. You got to have 18 minutes of inside work somewhere in that 36 minutes, to where you could protect yourself to make this nigga think twice about being in there. That's all I be saying, and niggas don't be getting that. Out of 36 minutes, y'all, you gotta have at least 18 minutes of inside craftsmanship. My bad, Siri. Because if you don't, it's gonna be bad. You're gonna be panicking, dude gonna be looking like he winning. And that's what I'm saying. Boxing ain't just about how the judges. And that's what I'm saying. But it's not about how the judges just be looking at you. The judge is like, man, this nigga ain't uncomfortable in there. And that's one thing that a nigga who watched enough boxing fights, whether he fought or not, because I'm gonna be fair. If he watched the box enough judge and he know, oh, he panicking. I done seen the greats in their fight. That's not what the greats do when they fight. He panicking and he not winning the inside battle. You not winning, blood. At some point, you can't keep blaming the judges. Floyd never blamed no judge. He did what it took. You could say Floyd fought people out of their prime. Hey, listen, Archie, the Mongoose Moore, the greatest fighter of all time, fought for 30 years, bro, had 200 of them. You trying to tell me that at one time he wasn't the best athletically, and then he lost all athletic traits and started really getting more crafty with the skill? That's what I'm saying. And at the end of the day, it's not up to no refs. It's not. The announcers was talking about him versus Bam Bam. They want to see a ring death. We all remember what Sor Rungvisai did to his eyes. Hey, listen, Sor Rungvisai fought Chocolatito and had his eyes looking like he was trying to cover him up with his fists with no gloves on them. So if you put your 2 fists over your eyes right now, that's what Chocolatito looked like fighting Sor Rungvisai. And me and Ramon actually made up a combination off that Sor Rungvisai pack busting. It's the triple left hand. You throw a six to the body. You throw a six to the body. No, actually, you throw a six to the head. No, you start out with the 8. You throw the 8 around to the body, the 6, and then the 2. He gonna run into one of them. Yeah, you laughing, Joe Breezy. We turned tragedy into triumph. We seen what Sor Rungvisai did to Chocolatito, so we said, damn, I need to get my left hand together like that. I'm gonna throw the 8, the 6, and the 2. That 8-6-2, that's a combination that'll get you killed, bro. Because listen, every old school fighter throw the 8. That's the right hook or the left hook to the body. I've seen white boys, black boys, Mexican boys. Any man you're throwing, that's what Shakur was throwing against the dude. He was throwing the left hook to the body. You got to answer the 8 and the 7 go together. Why? When you add them together, they make 15. 1 and 5 is 6. That's the king coming through. That's Heru. That's a 6. So that's why you got to throw the 8 with the 7. That's one combination. But if you throw the 8, you got to follow it up with other shots because the 8 is a set-up shot to break the man down. You're going to the guts. You're not just doing it for no reason. You throw the 8 around with the knuckle. Then you come up the middle with the 6 to the guts. And that's if you're dealing with a slickster. Then you throw the 2 to the head. See, these things are not just done by mistake. You gotta have to say, hey, listen, he be moving his head a lot. Run the 6 to the guts. Just keep running it. Run the 8 and the 6, and then swim your head around the other side and stab the body with the 7. Make sure you stab it up in there. Don't just get it off quick. Now I don't give a fuck how you get it off. It ain't gotta come 6, 8, 7. It could be, 8, 6, 7. It could be 8, slip something, 6, slip something, get over there, 7. That's still the same combination. Those are the things that you break people down with. That's how you would break them down. Because if you try to throw a 8, 6, 7 or an 8, 6, 2 too much, then people know what you're throwing. They start picking them shots off and catching them. You know, I'm talking about Tevin right now, as far as the left-handed fighters and stuff. Tevin don't know how to fight coming inside. He don't know how to fight. We broke this down yesterday. For him to win, he had to fight coming forward because we about to get off of here. Tevin Farmer has the fight coming forward to win that. He had to, man. That's just what it was. He a DAZN fighter fighting on Top Rank. That's another one too. That's them wars. That's them promotion wars. That's them promotional wars, bro. He gotta learn how to fight coming forward. He was a B-side fighter at that point. Him my Cash App. He was a B-side fighter. He had to fight coming forward. If he didn't fight coming forward, bro, it was gonna be detrimental to him. He was gonna have to fight the fight coming all the way forward on that task. That's just 100 with it. That's just 100. You gotta understand it. You gotta get it. If not, you're gonna be confused for real. You're gonna be like, well, why? I thought he kind of won. No, blood. You gotta remember promotion. On top of being a B-side, you gotta know how to fight coming forward. We used to call it B-side work. Well, I did because I knew as coming in as a B-side fighter, like you gonna have to really know how to fight coming forward to put pressure. Because if not, they're gonna be busting your pack. Why you think they be asking some of these fighters to why you think they be matching them like that? Guys who don't punch that hard, guys who don't do certain things in there correctly. So that way the A-side fighter could bust their pack down. You know what I'm saying? The A-side fighter could bust them down nice and easy. Yeah, listen, Joe Goosen literally told me and Aaron that you cannot be a world champion without inside work. And listen, he trained a Cuban. He trained a Cuban, bro. You can't resurrect Joe Breezy. Joe Breezy. You get the second garlic butter gang gratuity gift today. Because you buzzing facts, dog. He said your career without, you can't resurrect your career without inside work and head movement. I'll add one to that. Without head movement, proper placement, and positioning. Proper placement, positioning with the head movement. You can't resurrect your career without that. You can't. You can't. You just can't. And you can't resurrect your career without inside work. You can't. It don't matter who you is, who you think you is, how you doing. We gotta hit the cash app. Shout out to my man Gerald. I'll stay on for a couple more minutes since y'all hitting the cash appy. When y'all hit the cash app, I'll stay on for a couple extra minutes. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all. 20. See, that's what I'm talking about. It's 28 in, 28 likes. So you add 2 and 8 together, you get 10. 10 and 10, that's 20. We in omniscient. We working the omniscience of the supreme being right now through boxing. And that's why he talking about you can't resurrect without omniscience. You got to know the words of power. Don't it say that in the Bible? The word was with God and God is the word. No, God's spiritual power is the word. God is not a word. The supreme being is not a word. It has words that that you use to alert it. Man, I'm sick of these older fighters trying to make a comeback, talking this. I'm in the best shape of my life, shit. Bro, you just on there trying to show and prove your name is strong enough without the lies. Randall Bailey, that like button. Yeah, definitely Randall Bailey, that like button. What old fighters trying to come back? Listen, any old fighter can come back. Bernard Hopkins fought till he was 50, bro. And I don't even know how Archie Moore, how long he. Hey Siri, how old was Archie Moore when he took his last fight in professional boxing?
Then, in his last fight on note.
Archie Moore was 49. Hey Aaron, Archie Moore was 49 when he fought his last fight, bro. What that nigga say on what that nigga say on You just cut your hair, blood?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, cause them 14-year-olds? Yeah, I had a do-rag. Which you already got. Yeah, like, and that's what I'm saying. Archie Moore fought till he was 49, bro. What is you talking about? Come on, y'all. With this age and this old. That's what, listen, why do you think you the greatest? Because you fought till you were older. And they be saying it's a young man game. You feel me? So it's not that they can't come back because they old. They need to, even if you're an older fighter, if you look at the all-time style, whether it be Boots, anybody, defense plays the game. Now, one thing we ain't gonna do, we not gonna hate. Boots still has a certain level of defense that keeps him out of certain people harm's way. And he's attempting to be defensive. So we got to shed light on that by his attempt to be defensive. You see what I'm saying? He still has an attempt to be defensive. So I'm not mad at that. It's just that when you get in there against these elite guys, you got to take your time because when you go up in weight, if your defense is not A1 since day one, it's gonna be a pack busting, and you ain't gonna have nobody to blame but you. You feel me? So let's just keep that aware. Be aware of that. So to keep it 100, to let you know the full assessment of Boots, he gets a B plus. He would have got an A minus if he would have stopped him. He would have got an A plus if he would have stopped him in the first round. If you stop anybody anywhere 4 rounds under, you get you in the A status. He stopped him, he get a B. That's because he was making defensive moves that he don't need to make. He overdoing it. Bro, Boots was getting his chin touched on yesterday. My man was too small and didn't have enough crack to hurt. Man, hold on, blood. I might have to really watch this. Cause y'all saying like this nigga was really getting hit a lot. Like, was he really getting hit that much? Like, come on, y'all. Let's be honest. Like, we're not here to hate on Boots or nothing. We just here to break down to be perfect. Was he really getting hit that much to where his pack would have got busted by somebody else who dude was bigger? He would have got a plus if he had that garlic butter. That's true, Risky. He said, I'm not still sold on Boots' defense yet. He was king in exchanges. I see what you're saying, Breezy. It makes perfect sense. Because he is a big welterweight. And that's why people saying, like, go to 54. But with them holes, it's hard. It's 29 people in here, 29 likes. We working. No, Boost for sure was getting tagged. Everything you talked about, his defense wise move he makes opened him up. Oh, well, hey, listen. I'm just here to make sure that I'm completely factual with this. Completely. So his pops was saying he getting hit with silly stuff, tighten up. What did he tell him to tighten? See, I'm gonna end up watching that fight. I'm gonna just watch it. It's all good. We ain't got to do nothing. We gonna watch it. If y'all would have hit me off with this bread yesterday, I would have had the zone for the month. Shit, I would have had it for 3 months because they saying if you buy one of them, if you buy the Boots pay-per-view, you get the zone for 3 months. Joe Breezy said he was also admiring his work too. Too much and getting clipped after he was getting off. And then Quiz saying the David that fought Bud was way more fresh, and the problem, this David was a little older, tired, and lazy, still was getting tagged. Blood, his defense ain't on the level yet. He Josh Kelly cousin. Damn, that's a good ass assessment. That's a good ass assessment, bro. No, that white boy to be fighting on Europe is slick. He just like Boots, dog. But Boots got a little bit more inside work. Him and Josh Kelly, man, that's a good ass assessment. Yeah, the white boy who be on this slick shit. Cause he got in there with a nigga who really knew what he was doing and looked like ass cheeks. Shook that tall nigga, Sugar Ray. That nigga Ray Robinson. That tall welterweight nigga. And that's why, and listen, that's why they not throwing Boots in there with Jamal James. Jamal James, number 6 in the WBA or in the WBC, one of the two. And he been healthy, they lightweight shelf cuz. Because he was going to ruin the welterweight division and some of their money makers. Yeah, his pops was like, you getting hit. He said, got caught standing up in the inside, straight up, got caught at the back end, got caught at the end, back and out, and was getting garlic on the inside when David chose. Oh shit. Is y'all really telling that truth? And then what else are y'all saying he was happening? Cleveland Williams said, what's up, King? Do you have any old videos of muscle building and what is the best protein powder for vegans. No disrespect. I know you're talking about boxing. Hey, listen, bro. We talking boxing, but I'm gonna tell you what Boots need to do if he need to go up in weight. If he want to stay at welterweight, and I'm gonna tell you through boxing. That's why I'm the GOAT with this. That's why I'm the prophet. If Boots wants to stay at welterweight, he needs to get a pea protein, a brown rice protein, goji berries, um, sea moss, and hemp seeds. Eat quinoa and certain grains in the Dr. Sebi diet because they have the 9 essential amino acids and it's only 9 dimensions. So those grains have all 9 dimensions of the amino acids on top of the minerals you need in sea moss, hemp seeds, goji berries have the most vitamin C and a lot of protein pound for pound for berry, and they wake up your white blood cells. I held 147 during Ramadan on a fast, fasting all day, having goji berries and hemp seeds in my strawberry smoothies, and then at the end of sundown having my indigenous African foods through the Pakistani Kushite diet. That's a pack. So if you want to stay at 47 like Boots, then you want to get the brown rice protein. You want to, hey, listen, I'm Cleveland Williams. Go to my DM and Instagram, and I'm gonna send you, and then I'm gonna send you some links from my Amazon storefront, and then you can get some of this stuff off of there. But protein, the best protein is plant based because by way of how protein works or nitrogen, animals that need protein that eat animals that eat plants. And gorillas are the strongest thing to humans, and they the closest to humans, the primates, and they're on a vegan diet, and they the strongest thing on land. Cleveland Williams, make sure make sure when you get Diesel and Rip, you hit my Cash App, cause that's some personal training consultation for that information for you on this chat, bro. I'm just letting you know now, cause the homies been donating, the Kingsmen, and they've been donating today, and that's why I gave that information for free. But you still gotta. Oh no, hey, listen, if you got me, you got me. I'm done. But I want you to have that information primarily first because what you think protein is not really protein. It's one of the founding foundations to your DNA, which is carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen. And protein would be nitrogen because nitrogen feeds the fire. You see what I'm saying? A nitro boost. So that's what protein really is because that's what you give to plants when you're growing cannabis. And that's why, hey, listen, you got to know this, bro. If you want to be profitable, you got to know this. The Cash App is in the top, but that's how you would stay get Diesel. No, you 170. Don't sit down. You 170.
I'm 74.
You can't just get on the scale, bud. You have to get on it, get off, let it calibrate, and then get on it again. Yeah. So Cleveland. You wanna say Cleveland if you was Boots, you sucking down in weight. No, you get on a vegan diet. You get your 9 essential aminos. You start getting on them African grains. You start cleaning your body out. I guarantee your body will hold that welterweight weight. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. You go back to eating meat after that, you're gonna be sick, looking crazy. Now I know Boots getting paid some nice little change for these scraps. I know he is. He need to get a dietitian or a nutritionist. Hold on, let me get the other phone. Because I got another number that I'm about to start using if y'all trying to call in to the show so y'all can give y'all advice and all of that. Yeah, eating meat, pause, it's not gonna help you keep the weight on because you don't have enough hydrochloric acid in your stomach to digest meat. That's a fact. You don't have enough hydrochloric acid in your stomach. It's in this book right here if you want to read it. And it's also in another book that I sent, 2 books. A Higher Taste. This book right here is called The Higher Taste. And it's a cookbook. It just show you how to make stuff. It's a Indian Kushite cookbook. Look, they got the chickpea and sesame paste. Hummus B tahini. Couscous with the vegetable sauce. Whereas rice is eaten by many Arab countries. Arab countries are in Africa. Okay? They're not in Asia. The original Arabs are from Libya. It says couscous is preferred grain of the North African cuisine. You see that? See how they talked about Arabs and then they went to North Africa? This book is on point. Couscous is made from salmonella, and it also has the name famous dish of couscous is the main ingredient. Imported couscous can be purchased in supermarkets. Couscous is dumb light and good for you. Dr. Sebi used to be prescribing that. And then if you don't want to use the couscous, you get the quinoa. You see what I'm saying? Then you put the quinoa with the pendi and you working. You see what I'm saying? It's about to be going on 2 hours, so we gonna end this. We gonna end this one. It's going too long. Hey y'all, if y'all want to hit the cash app. This is what I'm about to do for you. Y'all about to get them 11 laws of God. So y'all ain't gotta hear me say it.
To manifest, and wisdom manifests itself at will. I will go to the oracles that the and we not love those who commit transgressions on us, especially when the act of loving the law of Heru. You have the power, but not the right to ignore, close our failure to reclaim our original nature. Then we must make spiritual growth our highest priority, fixed by nature. I live by it.
Hold on, y'all about to hear this. Y'all about to hear this 11. This is the 5th law. So y'all better listen.
Is in order. And I am.
They're talking about the 4th law.
Harmony to all.
This is the 5th law.
The law of Heruhuti.
Heruhuti.
Know that God neither punishes nor rewards nor protects. That you will have the comfort of controlling these for yourself. Reasoning. If adversity, which cannot be avoided, is not the cause of suffering that follows our failure to reclaim our original nature, then we must make spiritual growth our highest priority.
Gotta make spiritual growth your highest priority.
Then I must refrain from doing you wrong.
It's your choice.
To avoid doing me wrong. The key to justice and protection from others.
The key to justice and protection from others is not wishing you wrong.
Truisms. I realize that I have the power to force my person to ignore my emotions.
I can ignore my emotions.
That my life will be a reflection of divine law. I am not the person, but a sorrow, and can therefore transcend the pain of invoking divine retribution against my person when it transgresses the law of God. I understand that God has ordained a place for all beings in their own time and will thus, in its own time, right all wrongs. I sow justice towards men and reap it from God. The law.
I sow justice to men. And listen, I cannot make this up. It's 20 people in here and 30 likes. That's 5. Heru Huti was just here listening to his own laws. The mathematics. It was just 20 people in and 30 likes. That means Heru Huti was in here listening to the laws. And that's it. Sow justice to men and reap it from God. And then that's another thing. Sow justice to yourself by being truthful. And warn yourself, I'm in Hotep. Stop thinking you know something about boxing and you ain't got the, I'm in Hotep.